Welcome to another video from Dr. Lock. This is what will hopefully be the kitchen. So I've got a few things going here. Hopefully this is all going to be stainless, and I've used AI to create us an image. See that? That is what we're going for. Okay, so I've got my power at the back today. We're going to reroute, put them in positions which are not over the sink, so they're usable. I've picked this up here. This is a barbecue base, and I've had this bit of stainless made for the top of it, and that looks quite nice. I'll probably set the wheels back a little bit more. This is my Brava fridge. I got that on promotion, still working. But yeah, we've got a new fridge in the works there, one that's going to look like this. That's our dishwasher, and this bit here is this bit here, allowing the sink to go in. That's why it's got that 250mm lip, allowing the sink to go in and the plumbing and stuff like that, and while still using the space and area underneath. So these benches, this is what they call a display pallet. So display pallet rack. So what that means is the wood goes down and it makes a flat surface. A lot of the pallet racking, the wood just goes on top like so. So that doesn't do a nice edge. So we've used these ones all the way through, and I've got a bit of stainless I'm going to wrap and put over the top here. I've put a bit of wood at the back there for something to screw onto, and I'm going to utilize the base up there to screw onto that, and then we're going to go layer upon layer until it looks good. Alright, so the first bit of stainless, I've got it on. So I've had to reroute the power. I've had to move it from here, put some flexible so it will pop out in the right spot. Same with the other one as well. So we're good there. Now there's going to be a complete board covering this, so I'm not worried about it. This is the bench itself. As you can see, there's a little bit of lift there. So it's going to be silicon down. That board is already screwed down, so we're looking good. We've gone undersize here because there's some welds here, and as you can see, that looks perfect to me. Looks perfect to me. Then we're going to come along with this piece of wood, and that's going to be mounted on top. Then we're going to mount our stainless on top, and then we're going to put a nice little 20 by 20 edge on top to cover that edge there. So now this is where the sink is going. So this is about 950 high. Ideally it should be a little bit lower, but we're all blokes, we're all fairly tall, we're going to be using it, so that's where it's going. So now we do the cutout, and then we move on to siliconing the bench in. So it'll just be put silicone underneath it like that, and squish it in, put some weight on it, and then do the same for the sink as well. Alright, so I've just cut out the sink. So I've cut that out. I've got about 100 from the edge here, which is fine, and normal reach here, you can quite easily reach that. And now we're going to go for leveling up this bench, making sure that it has a slight, either level or slight gradient this way. The way these are built is this will be higher than this point here. So as long as it's level, it's fine, but you don't want to have it on an angle like this where if water comes here, it ends up back here. So it has to be on a slight, it'd be nice to have a slight slope that way, but we can take level as well. Level would work perfectly. That's what it's designed for. So this old sink I've had sitting around for a few years. Somebody bought it in the family and then nobody wanted it and blah, blah, blah. What we're going to do is we're going to run some silicone underneath it, and we're going to silicone that in, but we're going to silicone the bench on first, and then we're going to silicone that in over the top of it, and then put some weights on it and sink it down. But it's looking okay, and that's where the bench is. So looking at what we're looking at now, yeah, we're getting there. So stage one of the pallet shelving kitchen. Okay, silicone down, push down nicely, not too bad. Now this is the moment of truth. Just push it down around the edges there, and a bit on the front. So that's quite nice. That's actually recessed in there, if you can see that. That's below, and bit of silicone there. I did a bend around, lip around, so that it lips right around, so there's no sharp edges. Let's get our measure. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Can you see that? dead smack on the money, 100% level, which is perfect. So now I'll do the sink, and I'm going to go for the same thing, 100% level. Alright, so I got the sink in. What I noticed is that once I peeled off all the tape that had been on there for many years waiting to install it, it actually adheres to the stainless steel. So an hour of polishing and trying to get the muck off, I was able to get it off enough around the border, taped it up, siliconed it in, dropped it in, siliconed around the base, and it's not a bad silicone job. I think that's pretty tidy. Anyway, taped it all up, siliconed it, cleaned it up, checked its level, and I think we're good again. Let's check the level. There we go. What do we got now? Oh, look at that. That makes me happy. So anyway, yeah, bench is leveled, sink is leveled, sink is siliconed in, bench is siliconed in now. I'm doing the walls. So I've cut out some form ply here and just 4 Tech screws to keep it in. And now we're going to put in the stainless steel sheet that'll go as close to as possible. And then once we've done that, we'll do the backboard. And then what will happen after that is we put in that final piece, go like that, and we might have ourselves a kitchen. Okay, one of the things I'm doing this time is I'm peeling off around the edges, so when I remove it, I'm not going to have bits of plastic underneath. So that's a side panel there. That'll go on there nicely. I'll move it into place, and then I'll bring it right up to this edge, and I'll put an edge that'll go from the top to the bottom. Starting to look, we're doing this piece now, starting to look like it. Okay, so I just put the last piece in the back, so I put the board at the back, I already had pre-made. I've got my PowerPoint cutouts. I just basically put it up there. Now I've got to actually glue it in, because you see, it's just loose. But it's looking pretty good. So I did the base first, then the base, the sides sit on the base, they go all the way back, and then I measured the last piece, and then the last piece goes in there. So as you can see, it's looking pretty tight on the edges, which is really good. I mean, 1 mil max, and nothing a little bit of silicone won't fix. So I'll do a nice little silicone around there, but it's looking pretty good. Once I get the LEDs, they'll be going in that corner, taking up that 2 mil gap all the way around. So they're going to go all the way in there, all the way around here. We're going to have like a square LED reflection. But that's what we're looking at so far. Now it's starting to look like the picture. It's starting to look like it. Okay, splashback's in. We need a couple of PowerPoints. Okay, so I'll just finish off this video, show you a few things. So there's going to be lights in the fridge, but they haven't turned up yet. And then there's going to be LED lights up here. We still have yet to dress up here, and we're going to put the LED light track in here, LED at the back where the alcohol is. Then there's going to be the microwave, probably coffee machine, glasses, and mugs and things like that. All right, so here we have automatic soap dispenser, pretty cool, only 20-30 bucks. The tap was expensive, came in about 70 bucks, so you have hot and cold water. We've still got to connect that up, but all the plumbing's underneath. Double barrel sink, and if you push these down, it will block it off. You lift it up, it'll allow the water to flow. The sink we recycle because it is one that was left over from somewhere, but the problem was all the plastic, the protective plastic, kind of baked on there, so that was really hard to get off. Here we have the purified water tap. So if you want normal purified water, non-chilled, you just do that one. You want chilled, you do that one, and I'll show you more about the chilled water in a second. We have our power points, which also got those 80 mini covers on, which make it look pretty nice. I got these from Big W actually, and these were quite cheap compared to all the stainless steel. The only problem is you had to put washers in, if not the arms would flare out. So these were quite reasonably priced. Moving down to the fridge is normally about 18 to 2 grand. I got this one second hand because I wanted to drill holes in it, so it works out quite good. Once again, I've got the LEDs coming for that, so it's on, but it's not actually illuminated. I picked this one up for about 400 bucks, but I had to give it a good clean down and make sure it's all working, which is fine. Dishwasher I picked up for about 600 bucks. That's a commercial dishwasher, more of a glass washer. It's overkill, but it does what it needs to. This part here I got for about 100 bucks. This was a $600 barbecue base, and then I got this top piece around the top made up. That cost me an extra 120 bucks. Put some new handles on it. That slides out to allow us to get to the plumbing, which lives in there. Lives back there, if you can see. And it was pretty hard to get the sinks. The sinks come down here, and I had to get the plumbing to go straight back, because that all can slide out, and then I can access the plumbing and the water filters which live behind it. So all in all, looking over it, not bad for a pallet rack kitchen. I think it looks pretty smooth for a stainless steel pallet rack kitchen. Even the guy who makes a stainless steel, his kitchen didn't look half as good as this. So the way I did it was I put the bench down. So I put some nice heavy duty ply underneath, put silicone down, put the bench down. The bench is actually bent and wrapped around. Once that was siliconed in and it was all good, then I put the sides in. So they've got plywood there, and then we silicone on the stainless steel, because this is stainless steel as well. Cut that out, that side and then that side, and then that just leaves that one little square at the back. Cut the power points out, and then silicone that onto plywood again at the back wall. I'll give you an example of what we're talking. So you see how this plywood here is sort of cut out here, and you've got this piece of wood that's been introduced, and then you've got the bottom of the shelf there. So we'll do this side, that side, and then we'll do that board at the back. And once again, here's that stainless that's wrapped around, you can see. But in the end, I think it looked pretty neat and tidy. Cost wise was about 2.5 grand on the stainless, but I did get that bench and that bench as well. So if you want to look at it this way, probably 1,500 bucks on the stainless. The shelving's probably about another 250. Everything else is there. So all up, maybe 3,000-4,000 bucks. But the thing is, it's a stainless kitchen. It's very expensive. Even the appliances, I could have spent 2 grand just on that. That's about 6 grand new. So I kind of got out of it fairly cheaply, and it's something that's going to be in our workshop for quite some time. When I showed ChatGPT what I wanted to do, I said, make this a stainless kitchen. All the rest it did that, and I showed it the picture of what we already had, the dishwasher, and it basically introduced everything else. So it introduced the fridge as I told it to, kept the dishwasher, and it came up with this stainless steel section. I put the sink over this side, it cut into this shelf, which is not right. We've got like a slat here, but the way the glass is on it and all the rest, it's pretty close. Like, you know what I mean? It's pretty close. So I'm pretty happy when you look at one to the other. When you look at one to the other, it's close. That's close to what we're seeing. It's real close. Anyway, leave your comments down below. That is the workshop kitchen. I think it turned out superb. I'm going to have to get some more drinks for the fridge, get some lights in there, get some alcohol up the back, get some cordial. One more thing I've got to show you. So the water comes in. It's going to go through a purifier, which is still not here. We're still waiting on that from AliExpress or Temu. and then it's going to come up to either this tap. If you select cold, what's going to happen is it's going to come through the fridge. It's going to go through those two containers at the back, come in from the top, go down, and then be pushed out. So what happens is that those containers sit in the fridge with water in them, so that when somebody selects I want chilled water, the water will come, basically once you open that valve, water pressure will push water into here, and it will be pushed all the way around and there. So that's the way the chilled water, same as the fridges use when you've got a water dispenser on a fridge. Exactly the same thing, but I had to make that one and had to drill through the back of the fridge, come up with a container, come up with a way that's not got too much pressure, then tap it all through with the water purification lines, blah blah blah. But it sits at the back of the fridge and no one's ever going to see it, and it means possibly I can have like 750, maybe even a litre of cold chilled water at the ambient temperature of what the fridge is, which is going to be excellent. And I want it up here, so I can just go right 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000 at worst, and then it'll be flowing, because the pipe from here to here is like maybe 1 metre, so, and it's very thin pipe, so by the time the water gets from there to there, you're only talking a couple of seconds. This is the diameter of the pipe, so it's small as. So yeah, purified water, either room temperature or chilled. I only wish that I could have got stainless steel here. So this is chrome, this is stainless steel, this is stainless steel, everything else is stainless steel, but I couldn't get it. So I think we did pretty well. Leave a comment down below what you think about our workshop kitchen. Did you think it'll turn out the same as what AI thought it was? Because I was quite surprised when it turned out like the same as what it looked on AI. I thought that's not a half bad job. Anyway, leave your comments down below. Thanks for watching.